we just are beginning to get an insight into what's possible in the universe and what's possible biologically.
I've got one more shot at seeing him. I couldn't imagine a better ending.
I have a sneaking suspicion watching this flick is going to require a little Kleenex. The award-winning documentary, The Last Dive, is making its San Diego premiere on Wednesday, August 19th at the historic Balboa Theater. It is a story about friendship, water, and the healing process that can resonate strongly with everyone. Here to tell us more about it is the special film and the guided healing experience he will lead at the premiere is Dr. Brian Allman. Welcome back to the White Sofa.
Thank you very much, Paul.
I'll tell you that you can see all the awards it's already won. It's a must-see experience, right?
It is. It's so powerful.
Why don't you set the stage about The Last Dive? Kind of gives it away a little bit, but tell us what it's all about.
Right. So the connection that we can have, we know with a dog, with a cat, with a parent, with a sister, with a friend, and now this person, this American veteran in his 80s,
Terry Kennedy.
Yeah. Developed a relationship over 20 years with a manta ray with a 22-foot-long wingspan, and they bond. There's unconditional acceptance. It's just that kind of relationship that you and we say, wow, that's amazing.
So how old is Terry?
In his 80s.
In his 80s. So he met this manta ray in his 60s.
Correct.
In his 60s, probably still a very avid diver, but like all of us, the body starts to wear out, and you're going to make your last dive at some point, right?
Right. He wanted to go back and see this manta ray, Willie, one more time after all these years, because they had bonded, they connected, it was so close. It really was probably one of the best relationships he ever had in his life, and he wanted to go one last dive.
This was very much like the Octopus movie, My Octopus the Teacher kind of thing, where
right.
Where you don't think that there can be this special bond. So how do you get involved in? And you step in, you're going to a healing lecture or talk. What are the bullet points from what you want?
So actually, I've been doing this kind of mind-body healing work at Kaiser Permanente with a partner, an MD, for many years. We've written 16 books, we have an app, we have a whole program about this kind of healing that people can do with each other.
And what's the theme of that? Give me, because I'm still reeling from the loss of Jackie the Eagle.
Right.
Help me get through that. What would you, if I was one of your clients, what would you do for me?
I would say, first of all, it's very important for you to be accepting of how emotional you are about it. So accept your emotions, because people will say, I have so many emotions, I don't know what to do with them. We have to be accepting of that closeness.
Isn't it tough for guys, though? Because guys, we're supposed to be stoic. We're not supposed to even...
Supposed to be.
A drop of tear is a sign of weakness, the way I grew up.
Exactly.
So how do you get past that barrier?
Well, acceptance is biological, it's physical, thank goodness. It's psychological, it's in our mind, and it's emotional. So we have a lot going for us to move us in the direction of being accepting. In other words, 34 trillion neurons, all kinds of potentials that want to support us being accepting. And what you're doing when you're crying and having a hard time letting go, we have to also let go. We have to release. We have to be honest about how we feel. And as guys also.
And that, in your view,
yes,
and I'm sure you have the data back up, is physically healthy for you. It's mentally healing for you.
Exactly. It's connected. If you don't do those things, it's correlated with a lot of the health problems. In fact, almost all of them.
Well, I can tell you what it is. I refuse to watch that Eagle Cam now. I'm not going to get hurt like that again. And you start building up all these walls. Pretty soon you're living in a box.
Exactly. So it's so important to be aware, accepting, let go, and then go to the next step, which is the integration. How do I allow myself to continue to be emotional, to continue to connect, whether it's a manta ray or an eagle or a person, because that's how you feel alive. That's where you get the joy. That's where the laughs come from.
All right, Doctor, I've buried the lead here. Where can we see the movie and where can we see you? You're going to be together, right?
Yes, I will be at the beginning of the movie on the 19th, on Wednesday, at the Balboa Theater in San Diego. A week from tomorrow.
Week from tomorrow, okay.
There'll be free gifts for people. There'll be a community dance. There'll be a panel of experts. It's a community event to bring people together in San Diego to really acknowledge how sensitive we all are, how caring we are, and how to build those relationships and integrate them in healthy ways into our everyday lives. So Balboa Theater, you can get the tickets online. I'm going to do a 15-minute presentation to set people up to get the most out of the movie and connect with that unconditional acceptance that we have with manta rays and eagles and people within ourselves.
Is Mr. Kennedy still with us, or is?
Yes, he'll be there.
So he'll
be there. Absolutely, he's part of the panel.
Oh,
he's part
man,
of the event.
I think I might want to check this out.
I will definitely see you there.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much for coming in, and wow, what an amazing story.
Amazing.
All right, our last dive for right now is now, but we also have much more show to come, including Sierra, who will be joining us in just a little bit. She'll be speaking with the film's director, Cody Sheehy. He details how he connected with the Vietnam veteran featured in this film, Mr. Kennedy, in the film, and reminisces about the moment he knew he would make a documentary about him.
We were just dive buddies, but the whole time he would always talk about his friend Willie, the giant manta ray, this 22-foot wide manta ray, that every day this manta ray would come up and slap a wing on the hull of his sailboat, and Terry would put on scuba gear and jump in and then get on its back and ride it around. And I just was hearing these stories for years, didn't really know what to make of them until one day he pulls out this box of old footage and we started watching it. And yeah, that's when I knew there was going to be a documentary.
What an amazing story. If you want to hear more about the film, have you seen it, Sierra?
I've seen an exclusive clip, and you can see an exclusive clip if you watch that episode of Beyond the Military,
which is on the Fox 5 KUSI Now app. Download it now. The film's premiere, again, will be Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, August 19th. Sierra will be host. Well, now for sure I'm going to come, Sierra.
Breaking news, I'm hosting the Q&A with the veteran and the director after.
Oh, I look forward to it. As we'll have more Good Morning San Diego right after these short but important commercial words.